There are many options involved with Medicare's open enrollment. Martin Esquivel is here to identify ones that you may want to consider. Martin is Vice President of Product Management for Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Martin, can you tell us what the differences are between original Medicare and Medicare Advantage?
Original Medicare, also known as Medicare Part A and Part B, is Medicare health insurance available to the federal government. Part A helps with items such as hospital costs, and Part B helps with items such as doctor's office visits or outpatient care. Medicare Advantage plans, also known as Part C, are Medicare health plans offered by private health companies such as Anthem. There are other differences that consumers may want to know about, though. For example, Medicare Advantage plans may offer additional benefits such as dental, vision, hearing, and preventive services. These are benefits that original Medicare does not cover.
What other kind of health plan benefits does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield offer with some of its Medicare Advantage plans that aren't available with original Medicare?
We are proud to be among the first to offer a package of health and wellness benefits that include items like an allowance for assistive devices, pest control, and even personal home helper services. This package of benefits is called Essential Extras and is available in many of our Medicare Advantage plans. So, with Essential Extras, members will be able to pick the one health and wellness benefit that meets their personal healthcare needs. For instance, individuals who choose the allowance for assistive devices will receive up to a $500 allowance for safety devices, such as raised toilet seats, a shower bar, or even reaching devices. This can be important to help people with setting up their home so that they reduce their risk of falling. As I mentioned, one other choice is pest control. With this, members have access to quarterly preventive treatments to regulate or eliminate the intrusion of household pests. This is important because pests may impact someone's chronic health condition. We offer benefits like this as part of our focus on health in all of its forms, what we call a whole person health approach to health.
With many people staying at home, what healthcare services are available to them through Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield's Medicare Advantage health plans?
Consumers enrolled in our Medicare Advantage health plan have access to Life Health Online at no additional cost. Life Health Online is a telehealth service giving people convenient access to US-based, board-certified healthcare providers via smartphone, a tablet, or a computer with a webcam. Members also have access to Silver Sneakers online fitness and exercise videos. Silver Sneakers is a fitness program offered by Anthem, tailored to meet the needs of older adults. Anthem is committed to offering our members access to the healthcare services they need to be and stay healthy during both good and challenging times.
Martin, so how can people make sure that they have the best plan in place for 2021?
You can call today for a free Medicare plan checkup. We will do an assessment of your health needs and goals, evaluate your current plan, and review your Medicare options for 2021.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Martin. To learn more, call 888-520-0679 or visit anthem.com/apply.